Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. Thank you guys. Eddie Hearn believes that the fight between his world Anthony Joshua and the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury can take place even if AJ is defeated in a rematch with Alexander Usyk. According to Hearn, if Anthony manages to defeat the Ukrainian, there is no doubt that he will share the ring with Tyson in December. I think the fight between Joshua and Fury will always be relevant. I'm constantly asked about this. Even today I'm walking down the street and a man comes up to me and asks, "When will Joshua fight Fury?" I answer him, "Now all thoughts are about Usyk." Of course, I don't want to think that we will suffer a second defeat in a row. Do not forget that Usyk is one of the best regardless of weight categories, so losing to Usyk won't be a disaster and the fight with Fury will still be around. Of course, if the Undisputed Championship is at stake, then this is one of the biggest fights in the history of boxing. I think if AJ defeats Usyk, then you will see a fight with Fury in December, Hearn said. Eddie Hearn, another former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, assured that his word is not going to compete with WBA, WBO IBF title holder Alexander Usyk in boxing skills, again when they enter the ring to have a rematch. Anthony Joshua is as confident as ever. We all really believe that he can beat Alexander Usyk, and Robert Garcia is a great addition to the team. Joshua has the skills, but the attitude and face are more important. I was talking to him the other day, and I think he is puzzled as to why he thought that way. Despite the fact that Anthony lost, he still believes that he could beat Usyk in this style. But why then shouldn't the fight be conducted like this? He could have fought in his old style, and he would have had a much bigger chance of defeating Usyk. I'm talking about a style that Joshua used with Klitschko, but Usyk is a terrific fighter, a great counterpuncher. Therefore, I will answer people who say that AJ needs to stick to him, that it's not easy, but of course he needs to be much more aggressive in battle, which he will do, Hearn said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoyed the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts on social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Former heavyweight title contender Derek Chisora is sure that Anthony Joshua will now be called a great boxer if he manages to implement his plan in the first fight with Alexander Usyk and beat the Ukrainian. If Joshua had defeated Usyk last fall by outboxing him, then he wouldn't be talking about it now. We will say that Joshua is the new Muhammad Ali. He tried to do something new, and for a while it worked for him. But it didn't work when Anthony went out to fight with Usyk. He tried, and now he will start with a clean slate. We must forget all this nonsense. He needs to go out and turn on full power against this guy. That's all. Joshua's collaboration with Robert Garcia, it's great for them. You need changes, and they will benefit. It all depends on whether you want to study. I know Joshua is humble and he is learning, Chisora said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.